So, Ange Postecoglou has officially been announced as Tottenham's new manager. I think for this one, it's a very weird one because Ange Postecoglou was manager for Celtic until this year and until today, really, because he joined Celtic in 2021 and stayed there for 2 years. And it's surprising to see Tottenham have gone for Postecoglou because they were in for Julian Nagelsmann. And now, this is the weirdest transfer appointment in the Premier League. But will it be a good one? First of all, how does Ange Postecoglou rebuild Tottenham? Well, we have to look at the defence. DIER. He's now ageing and just isn't a very good player anymore. I think Tottenham need to sign somebody like maybe JOAO CANCELO. Because obviously JOAO CANCELO hasn't played for Man City since December and went to Bayern. So I think if Man City do end up selling JOAO CANCELO, he should go to Tottenham because but Arsenal are in for JOAO CANCELO as well. Arsenal also want JOAO CANCELO. But I think JOAO CANCELO would help with that defence. And with Hugo Lloris obviously leaving, he's just not the right fit for Tottenham anymore. And I can see them getting in someone like David Raya. They were in for David Raya. And obviously, strike partnership. They could re-sign Marcus Edwards because Marcus Edwards has been doing amazing for Sporting in the Portuguese league this season. So they could re-sign him to partnership with Harry Kane. And there's also the midfield as well. Richarlison, might have got that totally wrong. But is Richarlison a midfield player? Or he's like forward or something. But if they were to get a new midfield, obviously they're going to need to sign some good players for their midfield. There's obviously a lot of players that Tottenham are going to be signing this season. Players that I think should go out on loan. Jed Spence. Obviously, there's Basuma as well. I think they should sell Richarlison potentially because Richarlison has done barely anything this season. Scored 1 goal and it was an embarrassment. The celebration was an embarrassment. I think they should sell or loan out Jed Spence. He has already been loaned out to Saint Ren. Is that how you say it? Saint Ren? This season. That French club. Yeah, he's been sent out to Rennes on loan this season. And I think, obviously, he came from Nottingham Forest with very high expectations that he was going to do well at Tottenham, but it's just kind of failed for him, and he's gone to Rennes halfway through the season, and it's just not really worked out for him in the Premier League all this season. He's played alright for Rennes, but yeah, it's just not worked out for him at Tottenham so far. Dan Zuma did come on loan. He hasn't really done anything either at the club so far. There's a lot of players that need to go, I think. Ben Davies could be one of them. Eric Dier, as I said earlier on. Richarlison. I think Højbjerg needs to go. And Kulusevski as well, maybe. Harry Kane, obviously. If they do sell Harry Kane to Real Madrid, if he goes to Real Madrid, as I said, Marcus Edwards would be a great option for a replacement for Harry Kane if he does end up going to Real Madrid. And there's obviously second keeper. If they were to sign a second keeper, I don't know. Fraser Forster's an alright number 2 for a goalkeeper. And he's obviously... Fraser Forster played for a lot of clubs in his time. Southampton, Celtic. He's played for a lot of clubs. And I think he is an alright second goalkeeper because he's got the experience. No, it's Stadren. It's Stadren that Jed Spence signed for on loan, isn't it? Yeah, Stadren. Yeah, obviously, Tottenham, they do need to sign someone who's experienced as well, and also, I think Declan Rice could be a good option for Tottenham, although he might be getting signed by either Manchester United or Arsenal. I would expect them to sign a few players if Harry Kane does end up leaving. And the football they play, like when we saw that Newcastle game 6-1, we just saw them absolutely destroying Tottenham's defence. And that's what Tottenham really need to work on, because they have not been good with their defensive this season, their defence. Lloris came off at half-time for Fraser Forster, and it's mostly been their defence that hasn't done great this season. And I think, obviously, their defence is ageing. They need to sign some defensive players. In the defence, it's obviously, JOAO CANCELO could be a good option for their defence, their defensive issues. And, in attack, they don't have many problems with attack, but it's when they get on the ball. Obviously, when they get on the ball, their counter attacks. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Ange Postecoglou to get this team working well again, but I think he can do it because sorry about that. Because he managed to win another league title this season with Celtic, and with the potential that Tottenham have, it can't go to waste. Son will stay at the club, I think, or maybe that Marcus Edwards and Son could be a good partnership if Harry Kane leaves. It's all up for speculation. It is whether Ange Postecoglou will do well at Tottenham. In the last 4 years, Tottenham have had at least 3 managers. I mean, Jose Mourinho the other week said that he had no connection with Tottenham. It's basically saying that he didn't want to manage Tottenham again, or that he just don't. Basically saying that he wished he'd never managed Tottenham, and he don't have any connection with them at all. So yeah, I think, with Ange Postecoglou being an experienced manager, I mean, look how many clubs on this list he has played for. I mean, he played for 2 clubs. I meant managed. He's managed very many clubs. Yokohama, Marinos in Japan. He's managed a few in Australia and Greece, where he was born as well. His birthland, Greece. He has managed a couple of clubs from there. It's I think this is the right decision for Tottenham to make, because look how much experience Postecoglou has. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. When you look at how much experience this man has in managing, he's an absolute he's a good managerial appointment for Tottenham. It's a weird one, but it's a good one, probably. Because what Ange Postecoglou has done at Celtic in his time, he's won the Scottish Premiership. He's won 2 or 3 Scottish Premierships in the time he's been there. And I think Tottenham needed someone like Ange Postecoglou. Could it be another Antonio Conte? Maybe, maybe not. But I feel like this could be different for Tottenham. Whether they win a trophy or not, obviously that is up for speculation as well. Whether he does win a trophy at Tottenham is a different question. Because he's managed to do it at Celtic, so can he maybe do it at Tottenham? Tottenham's a different kind of job. Tottenham is a different job because you've got a lot of... Obviously, the team they have now isn't great. And we definitely saw that against Newcastle. I think he can probably... obviously, Oliver Skipp has got a lot of potential. He can maybe... he can... What's the word? He could make Oliver Skipp into something that's incredible. He could make something from Oliver Skipp because Oliver Skipp has got a lot of potential, and obviously with that team, there's not a lot going for that team because they didn't even finish in the top 6 this season. They didn't even finish in the top 6. That's more than Chelsea did this season, but it's still not good enough for a Tottenham team like this. Hugo Lloris definitely has to go. His age is just spoiling his career. His age is just spoiling his career. I don't think he should be number 1 for a Tottenham team that is in the Premier League when he's 30 years old, 35 years old, and you know he's starting to age. And Harry Kane, if he does stay, should be the captain. And I think with what they've got at the minute, it's not much, but I should expect Ange Postecoglou to make some massive upgrades over the summer. And I think he will do that. And if he does make a lot of upgrades to this Tottenham team, he's going to have a very good career at Tottenham. If he makes upgrades and transfers, he's going to have a very good summer and career at Tottenham. There's also Bukayo Saka as well that they could sign for like a forward player, right winger sort of player, because their wing, right winger, left wing just isn't good enough. So I think they could sign Bukayo Saka because Bukayo Saka has a lot of talent. So yeah, they could sign Bukayo Saka on that right wing, left wing I think he is actually. They could sign Bukayo Saka on that left wing. That team, if they make some key signings next season, that team is going to be incredible. That team is going to be incredible. And also, it's a wild shout. It is a wild shout. But Eder Militao, also to replace maybe Eric Dyer or Ben Davies, it would cost them about £60 million. But to sign Eder Militao would really help their defence because he's a fantastic player. And I think he would do well in a Tottenham team. Whether he would want to go to Tottenham is a different question, but it would cost him about 58 to £60 million. Anyway, yeah, Ange Postecoglou has been appointed at Tottenham, their new manager. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe. How does Ange Postecoglou rebuild Tottenham? Yeah, turn post notifications on, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.